Hello everyone, I am Deborah and welcome back to my channel. And for those that are joining me for the first time, welcome. I am glad to have you all here. So, you decided a month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago to start a YouTube channel. And today, you are questioning yourself thinking, what was I thinking? This YouTube thing is way too overwhelming, or there's just not enough time in the day to accomplish everything that I need to do to make this thing work. First of all, breathe. I have been there and sometimes I feel like I am still there. So today I am going to share with you some of the tips that I use to help me manage and cope coming up next. Welcome back. Y'all, I have a very hectic work life. And now that I am a content creator, I feel like I have given the word hectic an all new definition. Right now, I am creating for 2 YouTube platforms. I'm learning Instagram and Facebook, and I am posting daily on those platforms as well. So to say that there are not enough hours in the day to accomplish all that I need to do is an extreme understatement for me. But now that I've been doing this for about, 9 months now, I've learned some things. And I wanted to share with you some of the tips and tricks and techniques that I've used to help me get through. And hopefully they will be of benefit to you as well. The first thing that I do is to create a must-do list versus a like-to-do list. The reason why my must-do list is so important is so that I can establish priority, making sure that I allocate time within my day to get those must-do things done. This is key critical for me, being that I have such an exhaustive to-do list with only 24 hours in the day to get them done. And then also, those like to do things will definitely take a backseat. But when I accomplish my must-dos, I can definitely go over to my like-to-do list and fit those things into my must-do schedule as I see fit. And you also need to keep in mind that you have to be flexible with these lists because as your needs change, these lists are also going to change. Now that I know what I must accomplish, I need to plan on how I'm going to get these things done. And that's where planning and being disciplined with the time I have available comes into play. Some things are non-negotiable for me, such as my prayer and my walk through the Bible and my exercise, and of course, my 9 to 5 job. Saturday and Sunday are mine, and the remaining time has got to be intentional. I have got to discard anything that will distract from or counteract against what I am trying to accomplish so that I don't lose my focus. By nature, I am pretty focused, but for the point of explanation, it is very important to adopt the 3 Ds, those being discipline, determination, and dedication. Discipline is controlling your behavior. Now, you guys, you can't lounge in bed all morning or binge watch TV through all hours of the night. That will definitely distract from the time that you have available to do what you say that you are passionate about. Another thing that you need to keep in mind too, that at the beginning, this thing called YouTube is going to be a lot more difficult because it's new. Just like anything new, it will take more time. But as time goes on, those things that are new are no longer new and it will get easier. The next point is determination. And determination is having made up your mind that you are going to accomplish something and having the resolve not to change it. So you have just spent 2 days planning and filming and editing and uploading your video just to end up getting what, 20 views? Yes, I understand that as well. It is going to happen. So what you need to do when it does in fact happen is not to get discouraged and go back to your why you wanted to do this in the first place. And that will keep you motivated. And the last point is dedication, committing to it no matter what. Not getting that support from family and friends. Who does she think she is? She doesn't know what she's doing. I'll give that thing that she calls YouTube about 2 months and then it'll be over. Sound familiar? You've got to keep in mind that this passion was planted in you. It belongs to you, not to anyone else. So when you get that negative feedback or something that is trying to drag you down, tries to attach itself to you and discourage you, brush it off and keep moving forward. And guys, all of this can be overwhelming. Trust and believe I know what I am saying. But another tip is to take the overwhelming and break it down into parts. Tackle the parts, and before you know it, that thing that was once overwhelming is done, and now you can move on to the next. And once you get it done, it is such a sense of accomplishment, and it is a motivating factor in and of itself. And you guys, that's exactly where I was when I started YouTube. I knew absolutely nothing. All I knew is this was something that I wanted to do. So what I did is I wrote it down and I broke it down into manageable parts. And then once I had it, I can move on to the next. And like I said in a previous video, I am still learning, but that's okay. But you've got to be realistic and flexible with what you're trying to accomplish, because if you don't, it's going to lead to burnout and it will be a recipe for disaster. So you have to take a look at your life, take a look at what you're trying to accomplish, and you need to adjust where needed. Now to recap. You must identify your must do versus your like to do things. And you've got to write it down and make it plain so that you can see it. And then you will also know exactly what it is that you are working with. Otherwise, you're going to have a whole bunch of thoughts and ideas swimming around in your head and no plan of attack. And you won't be able to keep track of anything that way. Plan when and how you are going to get the must-dos done. Plan and schedule so that all you have going on has a place. And like I said earlier, once you get a task done, it is a huge sense of accomplishment. You guys, like I said at the top of this video, I am working with a very hectic schedule. So right now, as far as my social media is concerned, I am looking at 3 to 4 videos per week, responding to comments, learning how to use both Instagram and Facebook effectively, posting inspirational mind fuel posts daily on both those platforms, and writing scripts for all of those platforms. And of course, in the midst of all that, I've got to edit and upload as well. And another thing that I find myself having to incorporate into my schedule is if I want to learn a new technique or trick that will make my social media better, then I have to schedule time for that as well. So hectic, yes, it is. Doable, yes, it is. So when you are asking yourself, what was I thinking? What you were thinking was, I can do this and I will do this. I'm sure that there are some sophisticated time management, scheduling, planning tools out there. But right now, I am just doing the simple. I'm writing it down so I can see it, and then I'm just putting it in my calendar. And right now, that is working for me. But maybe one day, once I have some time to do some research to determine if there is a tool out there that will streamline this whole process a little bit better, I may adopt that. But whatever you decide to use, you've got to commit to it. So at least that way, you've got a framework in which to work to help keep yourself on track. So you guys, this is what it is looking like for me right now, because this YouTube is serious business for me. But to take some pressure off myself, what I say is, if I can't get to it, when I say I will get to it, I will get to it. And also, my family has been so supportive, and my husband is beyond amazing because he sees and understands the passion and the commitment and the time and the energy and the effort that I am committing to this thing. So, babe, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for your support and for being my number one fan. And I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me. And I hope that what I had to say did, in fact, help you as well. And because planning and scheduling is so important in what we do, please do leave your comments below and let us all know what you use and what you do to help keep you on task. And I would love if you would give this video a thumbs up, and please do share. And if you have not yet become a part of my YouTube family, please do hit that subscribe button below and remember to hit that notification bell. And remember to stay safe, healthy, and encouraged. And until we meet again, keep growing, keep thriving, and keep pushing those boundaries. And I will see you all real soon on my next I've Got Something to Say too. Thank you so much.